Howdy everybody. Welcome to elevator video number 16. So we're working on the elevator trim tab and then doing the piano hinge for the trim tab in this video. So the trim tab is a pretty small piece, but there's not a whole lot to it. You kind of put it together. You use the tank sealant like we used in a couple videos back. You put those little styrofoamy kind of things in there to make it kind of nice and solid, and it does work pretty well. And then you rivet the piano hinge on, and then you use the special squeezer bit that you can get in the kits. It's the red version. So there you see me putting it in the squeezer, and that will squeeze your trailing edges to your trim tab and also to your elevators. Basically I did the same thing I did with the rudder. I alternated what sides the shop head was on when I was squeezing the rivet. So basically, you put one in one way and then one in the other way, and then you just alternate back and forth. And that little accessory for the squeezer there, it's pretty nice because it puts the right angle on them. So it ended up pretty awesome. So I do that for a while here. So while I'm doing that, I'll tell you a joke. So what did the sushi say to the bee? Wasabi. My wife rolls her eyes, and my kids thought it was good, so that's all that matters, right? So just continuing on doing the whole trim piece there, going back and forth, squeezing them. That's pretty much all there is to that. Almost done with the edges there. And then the last thing you do with that trim tab is you put the pop rivets in the side. So you'll see me use those pop rivets there. Just pop rivet the sides together so it stays together, and you're good to go. And the trim tab is one of the pieces that I did prime the inside. I did not prime the inside of the elevators or any other things. The inside really didn't get primed, but the trim tab I did prime. There you saw me kind of straighten it out. It was a little bit bowed, bent on it a little bit, and it was perfect. So here I am using that same, the same little squeezer tool thing for the elevator trailing edge. And it works great on both sides, and I did basically the same thing. And you will see really quickly, I should have slowed it down in the video, but doesn't matter. That thing is awfully doggone straight when you're done with it. So you'll see me finish up here in a quick second. And you get a quick glance at the edge, looking down on it from the edge of the thing itself. Boom. That was pretty quick, but it was straight, so it's kind of nice. I do use a file just to make sure there's no sharp edges there. I did deburr them when I started, but as you put that stuff together, I just making sure it was good. So then just attaching the end there, the skins. Oh, and management came out to talk to me. So I had to stop for a little while, and now I'm back. And then you'll see me. You have to drill those, I think they're the MK319 rivets that go in there. They are a different size. They're like a 33, I think, or something like that, not a 40. So you have to drill those to actually put them in. There you go. And then this is the piano hinge. And so what I'm doing, I'm just measuring off the distance it tells you to cut it, taping that on my straight edge there, making sure it's right. And so now I don't have to look at the itty bitty little numbers. I just use the tape as my measuring indicator of how long it needs to be. And then you just bend that piano hinge. Here, I'll show you an image real quick, the shape you have to have it. So in the instructions, it has you bend it 90 degrees and then bend it 90 degrees down from there. And what you do is you basically put that, it kind of fits up against the rear spar of the elevator, and it has you drill a small hole in that so you can safety wire that piano hinge to the rear spar as it's going. And then I basically, make sure it fits, you measure it out, put it in, make sure it fits, measure it out, put it in, adjust it how you need to adjust it, go back and forth until it fits right, and then you're good to go. And so that's all I'm doing here is just making marks. It's like, oh, it needs to go, a little bit further. So I go over to my vise, pound it a little bit further, test it out, make sure it works, and it's good to go. Oh, see, it wasn't right, so I did a little bit more. Put it back in, see if it works. Oh, now I need to cut it off. I did leave a little bit extra on the side so I could know where to cut it off. Just so I had some room to play with and not end up short. And then I just got my little Dremel out and cut that thing off so it fit inside that rear spar of the elevator. And there it is. Then I drill a little hole so I can put some safety wire through it. And we're pretty much done. As always, if you have any comments, want to share anything, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.